All right, come on back into a comfortable seated position. I'll sit a little closer to camera so it feels like we're a little more connected. And just begin by letting your eyes soften and close. Allow your breath to expand. And allow the mind to release little by little with every exhale its control or its attempt to control us and what the body might want to do. Notice your shoulders. Relax them consciously down the spine so the shoulder blades are flat on the back, lengthening gently down towards the waist. And notice if that felt like it shortened the spine or created an arch. Draw just ever so slightly the chin to the chest. Breathe deeply into the kidney band, the back of the waist. Fill the area with not only breath, but awareness. Keep that space and lift the head back up. From here, I'm going to invite you into a very gentle flowing breath, moving the spine in very small circles. So tiny, almost imperceptible circles. We'll switch directions, whatever direction you start off at. Almost like you're unwinding, microscopically unwinding the spine, starting from the pelvis. And as you circle, notice if you grip in the shoulders or tense up in the neck. See if you can once again relax those shoulder blades and bring the awareness to the pelvis, the navel, that whole lower aspect of the torso where we connect to the legs, thighs, first and second, and even third chakra centers. Slowly the circles might start to get naturally bigger. Follow that pattern if it presents itself to you. And notice your breath. It doesn't have to be in line with the circle itself. It could be faster or shorter than one cycle, but allow the breath to be even. And if you feel the urge to pause and kind of breathe into one side of the spine or slow it down, do so. Begin to let the head and neck to move with this unwinding circular motion, and then ever so gently just pause and softly begin to circle the opposite direction and let it begin slow again. So my eyes are closed, so I'm not looking at anyone. I'm not looking at you. Just draw your awareness to yourself and let the spine slowly begin to unwind. This side may feel like it goes a little faster. Resist the urge to go too fast. But you can make the circles deeper, wider. You can increase the space and the context the body takes up in this movement. Let the head and neck go. And finish off this next circle. Come to stillness now in the spine. Bring your thumb and index finger together. That coiling energy might have awakened something in the navel. Notice it, draw your awareness to it, and see if you can lift that energy up into the heart. And then from the heart center, expand that energy outwards into the physical aspect of the body. Imagine the heart itself, the lungs, the connective tissue, the bones, muscles, all of that receiving this light and this love. And then from here, check in with the mind, and if it's still trying to give directions or place judgment, keep turning that inner dial way down, and visualize the space that the mind normally occupies, being filled with this lightness, this energy, this space. Take a deep breath. Pause at the top. Drop your chin slightly down, Jalandhara Bandha. Hold Uddiyana Bandha, root lock. Hold Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock. Exhale, lift the chin, release. One more time, take a deep breath. Fill the body, fill slowly, powerfully, consciously. Hold root lock, Uddiyana Bandha. Hold Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha, excuse me, not Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Hold throat lock. And release. Okay, from here, lift your head, open your eyes. Okay, get right into some movement. So from your seat, come into a table pose prep, palms facing forward, toes facing the same direction. And take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, just straighten the arms and lift the hips a little bit. Shouldn't be too intense. And then gently circle from here. Circle the hips and the pelvis in one direction. Circle the hips and the pelvis the opposite direction. Inhale from here, come up into center, lift up. Exhale, lower down and release. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Open the chest and exhale and fold. If that circular movement is still really conscious and active in the body, sway left and sway right, but if that feels awkward, don't force it. But sometimes it's nice to take that half sway, just bringing in these rhythmical movements to release the spine. But today's more about rhythmical and pulsations rather than linear, sort of classic, almost masculine classic movements. Come back to a table pose prep. Once again, fingers can always point out to the sides if that's better for you, or fingers forward. Inhale, and then exhale, lift up, lift a little bit higher this time, and breathe. Doesn't have to be your maximum, right? It can be a little bit soft. But see if you can broaden across the collarbones, open here, open the front of the chest. Take another deep breath, maybe let the head roll back. Exhale and release. This time as you release, keep your right knee lifted, tuck your left foot to the inside, and twist. Twist to your left. So I'm mirror imaging you. Twist to your left. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Come back to table pose one more time. Toes facing forward. Inhale. Exhale and lift up. See if you can lift the pelvis up every time a little bit higher, but not so much that it strains the shoulders. So shoulders, collarbones broad, maybe the head back and relaxed is more important to me than pelvis up and tightness in the shoulders. One more breath. Exhale and release. Second side twist. So keep your left knee lifted this time. Drop your right knee down and elbow to the inside. Twist to your right. Deep breath. That's it. Palm back. Inner elbow against ear, whatever side you did last time. And twist. And release. Come back to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale and fold. This time, go ahead and shift to your left. Take your left hand to the upper inner right thigh. Push the thigh bone down. So you get a stretch and a feeling of spaciousness open up in that area where the femur and the pelvis meet. If you want to kind of bring the head and neck into it, you lean the head back. I don't know, for me, this does not feel good ever, but for some people, maybe leaning it back here feels great. And then switch sides. Come back to center. Roll to your right. Take your left hand to the inner left thigh. Push into the inner thigh, right up where it meets with the hip bone. Breathe, deep breath. If you enjoyed leaning the head back, if that felt good on your body, take that option here. And come back to center. Stretch your legs straight. Reach your arms up, grow tall. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale and fold. Begin to warm up the hamstrings. If you haven't taken a forward fold yet today, be gentle. And then from here, come onto your back. One more prep here. Hip opening. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Draw your left thigh into your chest. And then take right hand through the middle, through that triangle. Left hand around the outside. Either grab a hold of the shin or wherever feels comfortable. If you can grab a hold of the back of the thigh if you prefer. And draw that thigh in. Attempt to keep the pelvis neutral here. If you want, you can use your right forearm to push open that inner right thigh. Then lower your left foot down. Don't change sides just yet. You're going to take your right ankle and you're going to drop your left knee down to the inside. So both knees are going to move over to your right. Reach your left arm up and over as you roll on that right hip and explore breathing into the IT band, the outer hip. Explore tucking the tailbone a little bit. Maybe untucking the tailbone, which will roll the shoulder back. Tucking it again. And untucking, and now roll back onto your spine and switch the cross to your legs. So now the left ankle over right knee, draw your right thigh in, reach through that triangle your legs are making with your left hand. Either grab a hold of the right hamstring with both hands or grab a hold of the right shin. As you draw that thigh in, use your left forearm, left elbow to open up the left inner thigh. So the right thigh comes closer, the left thigh pushes away. Breathe into that left hip, take a deep breath. Release the right foot down, keep the left foot crossed, and now you're pushing that right knee down towards the left side of your mat. So both knees are moving towards your left. Right arm lifts up and over. And as you kind of roll a little to that left hip, tuck the tailbone slightly. Then maybe untuck. Tuck again, see where you feel the deeper stretch. And then release. Come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers around. And then we're going to take, actually, interlace them around the hamstrings, excuse me. And we're going to rock 3 times back and forth, coming up to a squat. And as you come up to a squat, use your hands to support you if you need to. Palms together. Open up through the heart. Open up through the chest. Ground through the legs. Take a deep breath. And palms down. Slowly straighten the legs. Forward fold. Turn the feet to parallel. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your left foot back. Pad your knees if you wish. And bring your left knee down. Okay, so right into a very lunar flow. Inhale, bring the arms up. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up to the sky. Gaze can be forward or up. Tuck the tailbone under just a little bit, stretch taller. Exhale and release. Bring your right hand down to the outside of the right hip. Reach your left arm up and over, stretch. And then switch. Take your left hand down to the inside of that left hip. Reach the right arm up and over, stretch. And then come to center. You're going to bring your right hand, make a fist, bring it on the sacrum, the triangular bone. Reach your left arm forward, and you're going to bring it up and over 3 times, like you're doing a backstroke, nice and slow. Inhale forward. Exhale, up and over. So my right thigh is working, right foot is pressing. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale and back. And tuck your left toes under. Straighten that left leg. Step up to the top. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold, step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down. Reach your arms forward and up, interlace your fingers, stretch. Tuck the tailbone slightly to get a deeper stretch in that right thigh and keep the pelvis from kind of shifting back into lordosis. Gaze forward or up, engage the belly, deep breath. Release the arms. Left hand to the outside of the left hip. Reach your right arm up and over. So you can go directly up and over or slightly forward towards the knee. Release, switch sides. Right hand comes down to the inside. Left arm reaches up and over, so away from that left knee. Release, left hand makes a fist. Bring the fist to your low back sacrum area. Reach the right arm forward and up slow. 3 times. Keep the left leg working, so you're not just collapsing into that left knee. You're pushing down slightly, almost dragging your left heel back towards the right. Exhale and release. From here, take your left knee back to your right. Remove the blanket if you wish, or keep it there. Knees, chest, chin. Slowly come onto the navel. Take the fingertips wide, low cobra, just stretch. Gaze should be forward, not up. Stretch your body forward. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Come down onto the elbows, forearms, sphinx. Option to walk the elbows forward or to keep the elbows right under the shoulders. Gaze is forward. Allow the pelvis to feel heavy, and then maybe rock it back and forth a few times to release any tension there. Exhale completely. Inhale, come back through hands and knees pose and stretch it out, downward facing dog. Feet can go to the edge of the mat if this is your first down dog of the day. Push your hands, stretch the hips up. Relax the head, neck, and jaw. And then a little motion here, a little kriya. Turn your heels and toes out, okay? So you're in external rotation. And you're gonna bend your knees and shift your hips back. So inhale here, slide the hands forward, turn the feet to parallel into a plank. 3 times. Bend your knees, heels and toes out, shift the hips back, and then straighten the legs, slide the feet forward into a plank. You can do this with the knees down as well. If you're watching, you could come back with the knees and just shift forward into a plank. Or one more time. Bend your knees, Hips back, slide forward into a plank. And from plank, walk your feet up. Walk your feet up towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Roll up to standing. Inhale, rise, reach the arms out and up. I'm going to move my mat back a little bit. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up to the sky. Stretch, go taller, taller, taller. Exhale, open the arms and release. Okay, bringing some of those elements into a flow. You can bring your blanket back if you wish. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, open the arms wide. Bend your knees softly. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Stand. Exhale, like you're washing yourself clean, arms open wide. One more time, a sweeping motion. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, open the arms wide and forward fold. Step your left foot back. And this time, keep your left leg straight for now. Inhale, you're going to coil the spine, relax the head. Exhale, you're going to bend that left knee until it grazes the blanket or your mat, okay, but not full weight. Inhale, curl, so it's a cat spine. Exhale, tilt the pelvis down, the chest forward, stretch. One more, inhale, coil and curl. Exhale, tilt down, and now lower the left knee. Reach your arms forward and up, interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, stretch, take a deep breath. Exhale, release the arms out to the side and straighten your right leg, flex through the heel. Inhale, exhale, and feel free to grab a hold, if you can, of your right foot with your left hand. Stretch your chest forward again, pressing the right foot into the left hand, and then fold like a twist slightly over that right thigh. Relax the head, neck, and jaw. If you're modifying, right, you can always modify with blocks under your hands or taking your hands to the inside and staying up high. From your forward fold, shift your weight back into a lunge. Tuck your left toes under, stretch your right foot back and step back, downward facing dog. Press, lift, stretch. Relax head, neck, and jaw. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Exhale, bring your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, open the arms and release. Stretch your left leg straight. Flex through the heel, take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale and fold. Option to grab a hold of the left foot with the right hand. Inhale again, kind of twisting over that thigh as you fold. Breathe into the low back. Breathe into the kidneys. Take one more breath. And then release. Shift back into a plank position. Step your left foot back to your right. Lift up, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Exhale completely. Relax head, neck, and jaw. One more breath. And then if you enjoyed that shifting motion, heels and toes out, bend your knees, gaze forward. And this time, as you lengthen forward, step one foot up and the other foot up, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Rise, come all the way up to standing. Rolling upward through a flat back, palms touch. Exhale, hands back at the heart. Inhale, bend your knees. Lift your arms. Stand as you exhale. Open the arms out to the sides and release. One more circular movement like this, like you're reaching towards something, lifting it up, and then relaxing, releasing it down. As the hands come down, step your left foot back again. And this time, so your right foot's forward, your left knee is down. So I'm going to turn to face you, so mirror image. Right foot forward, left knee down. And as you come up, now open your right foot to the right. Okay. Take your right hand down to the inside of that right ankle, or if that's not possible for you, forearm onto the thigh. And reach your left arm up and over and stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Explore what's going on in the body. So you could tilt the pelvis back, but make sure you don't stick the bum out behind you and just sit there. Okay, so you could tilt it back if that feels good, but then bring that right hip under you one more time. So you get a stretch all the way through this left side, and you should feel the right glute slightly engaged. Take another deep breath and release. Walk your hands, walk your right foot, out to the side. So the toes are facing the camera, and then drop your left hand down, okay? Your standing leg, in this case, your left knee doesn't shift at all, and reach your right arm up and over. So very similar to Vashisthasana variation, right? Which would be here, foot reaching towards the other foot, except now my left foot is reaching back, stretch. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Press down with your left shin, engage your core, come back up. And let's just switch sides from here. So from kneeling, bring your right shin down, take your left foot, open it out to the side. Option forearm on that, right arm reaches up and over. Or option hand down towards the ankle or the floor. Again, if you need to kind of shift the pelvis back for a moment and slightly like open, soften the inner thighs, do so, but then do bring that outer left hip under you so you can get a nice stretch on the right side of the body. One more breath. Inhale, come back up. Walk your left foot out to the side. Slowly drop your right arm down. Reach your left arm up and over. Stretch through the side body. So push through the outer edge of the left foot. Reach, reach, reach. Grow longer. Exhale and release. Okay, come to cat and cow. Just 3 rounds. Open the heart. Exhale, coil and round. Inhale and open. Exhale, coil and round. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well, one option in down dog, which is really nice on a day like today, when you want to introduce some movement, is to do this kind of flowing wave-like motion. So it would involve kind of lifting the spine almost like you're coming forward into a slight plank, and then bending the knees slightly and pulling the hips back in towards down dog. So as I lift, I curl the tailbone under and I slightly roll forward. My spine is rounded, almost like a cat spine. And then to come back, I bend the knees and I let the hips pull back. The chest kind of opens forward, almost like a cow. Okay, so if that feels good to you, take this rolling forward slightly, bending the knees, engaging glutes, belly, core, pulling back. If that doesn't feel good to you, come into child's pose, or you can practice cat and cow. From here, take your gaze forward. So if you enjoyed that Kriya option, heels and toes out, bend your knees. And then as you shift forward, step to your right foot up this time and then your left foot up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, roll up to standing. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. One side body stretch. Stay standing. Take your left hand to your left hip. Reach your right arm up and over like we did in that lunge. And then bend the elbow and release through the spine. We'll do that one more time. So right arm reaches out like a wave. And then like you catch that wave, you reach up and over and you bound. And then switch. Right hand to hip. Reach the left arm out. Just like you're catching that imaginary wave and you're rounding slightly forward as you release. One more time. Left arm, inhale, up, out, around, and release. And then, yep, that back variation. So left hand to the sacrum. Right arm reaches forward, up, and all the way back like you're doing the backstroke. And again, one more time. Right arm forward, up, all the way back. Switch. Right hand to the sacrum. Left arm reaches forward, up, all the way back. And one more time. Inhale, forward, up, all the way back. All right, I'm going to turn around so I'm facing the front of my mat again. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time just bend your knees softly and fold. Step your left foot back. Okay, so first variation, both hands to the inside. If you can do this with legs straight, do it with legs straight. I'll show modification in a moment. Both feet are going to turn to your right. So the right foot turns out to the right and I roll to the outer edge of the left foot. Okay. That's not possible. You're going to bring your left knee down, and as you turn the right foot to the right, your left foot is going to go slightly behind you. Okay. With your back leg straight, if you can keep it straight, there's a lot of work on your left arm, okay? But we won't be here for long. Inhale, reach your right arm out to the side towards that left ankle, right across the right hip. And as you exhale, push with the right foot, reach up and over. Inhale, you're going to lower. Exhale, and you're going to press. One more time. If you're doing the variation, you're going to inhale here, exhale, and press with the knee down. Okay, so you could still do this with the knee down. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, reach and press. And then shift back into your plank. Step your right foot back to meet your left. And from here, it's your choice. So if you enjoy that rolling motion, I definitely recommend something like that to unwind the spine after a week, right? of sitting probably behind a computer, all of us, and as we're communicating these days. Or if you want to take a break, child's pose, or if you want that rolling motion in a different way, you could take cat and cow, which might be more familiar to your body. And then as you complete this cycle, before we go to the next side, Anahata-asana. So similar to child's pose, knees are wider than the hips. Reach your arms forward. Lift the pubic bone. Okay, so I'm not dumping the belly down and sticking my bum up. Lift the pubic bone. Reach the arms, reach the arms. Let the forearms touch. And if possible, let the forehead touch. And then engage slightly with the inner thighs. Roll the inner thighs inwards towards each other and imagine that you're rolling them in and back. Okay, so you're rolling them in and back towards your feet, but you're keeping the pubic bone lifted. Okay, and that'll give you a little bit more engagement through the pelvis, a deeper stretch. Deep breath here. Exhale completely. Slowly make your way onto your belly. Come into Sphinx pose, forearms down. Lift your head up. Exhale and fold. Relax the chin completely. So you want to let the head droop, which is the opposite of what most of us say in yoga. Do not control the head at all. Let it droop. Let the shoulders come up to the ears. Because what we're going is a neck release. And then from here, just a few degrees, roll your chin to the left. Keep it droopy. I'm not doing it because I can't do it and talk at the same time. You shouldn't be able to talk and do this. Roll your chin back to center. And then second side, roll your chin slightly to the right, keeping the shoulders kind of towards the ears, the head relaxed and heavy, the chin droopy. Then come back to center. Now, broaden across the shoulder blades, lift the head up. Lower back down, interlace your fingers behind you. Lift the spine up. If you prefer not to do this, you can come back to cobra on the fingertips. Otherwise, interlace the fingers, activate the back muscles that hold posterior chain. Gazes forward, maybe gaze slightly down towards the bridge of the nose. And then option, a gentle cobra. Twist towards your right just a little bit. Inhale to center, twist your head towards your left. Tuck your toes under, walk your hands back. If you took that cobra, a downward facing dog. The second side. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Step your left foot forward. Come into a long lunge. Hands to the inside. Everything now turns to the left. So left foot turns to the left and I come on the outer edge of the right foot. Left arm comes down by my side. Modification is my right knee down and my foot is at an angle behind me. And then you lift your hip up and over. With the legs straight, I'm pushing down with my left foot more and with the outer edge of the right foot more as I reach and stretch. Again, one more time. Lower that left arm. Push through the right arm, reach up and over. And then exhale and turn back to center. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Breathe. Downward facing dog. Roll through the spine a few times. And then bend your knees. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Okay. Roll all the way up to standing. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Okay. Remove your blanket if it's there for your knees. Do one more cycle of flow. This one a little bit longer. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. So combining some of these elements, step your left foot back. Spin everything to the right. Okay, we just did this. Reach your right arm down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, come up and over. Press through your right foot, outer edge of left foot. One more time. Inhale, right arm down by the side. Exhale, up and over. And then spin everything to parallel, so you're back in a lunge. And now skandasana. Turn your left heel in and your right heel in. So both heels in and then toes pointing out. And then shift to the left, shift to the right. So depending on your body and kind of the health of your joints, you might be able to go down lower. You might be able to take your hands off the ground, right? You might need to stay up higher and use your hands to support you. If you go down really low, like down to here, my challenge is make sure you can lift up without using your hands. So my knees are not there anymore, right? I would have to use my hands, so I'm not going to go into that range of motion because I no longer have control. Now from here, you're going to shift to your left. So you're turning to the other side of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and fold. Option chest to thigh, or fold, option shoulder to the inside of that left knee. Relax the head. Lift the hips. If you want to think head down, hips up, head down towards ankle, hips up towards sky, that's the movement you're going towards. And then release the hands. So now you're facing the opposite edge of your mat. Stretch your right leg straight. Step it up to the left. Forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Open the arms. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale and fold. Step your right foot back into a long lunge. So here we go with that motion again. Everything spins to the left. My left arm comes down by my side, and two of these, I press with my left foot. I reach my left arm up and over. Right? Lower down, inhale. Exhale, reach it up and over. As I reach it up and over, I spin everything through center, heels and toes out, and I come back into skandasana. So you can make this very flowy, right? You want to engage the upper body, relax the head. You can move into complete fluid movements of the upper body. A really nice release. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, it feels awkward, stay with long fluid lines, right? Wherever you are, whether you're flowing, whether you're creating lines with the body, move back and forth, and then shift back to the front of your mat, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open the arms. Interlace the fingers, inhale, and fold, either chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. Again, if shoulders to the inside, I am thinking hips lift, head lowers. Hips lift, head lowers. So, you know, classically this would be foot behind the head with the back leg straight, but for most people that's really horrible on the sacrum and knees, so we are not going to go there. Not in this class. And then from here, stretch your left leg straight, step back up to the front of your mat. Inhale, open, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come back at the heart. Okay, we're going to play with that one more cycle, play with one more version of that. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, soft bend in the knees and fold. So I'm going to actually switch sides because I think it'll be easier to see what I do from here. Step your left foot back. Hands to the inside. Everything turns to the right. Reach your right arm down by your side. Same thing we just did. Reach that hip up and over. Remember, you could do this with knee down, right? You could do this modification. Inhale, exhale, and lift. On your second, exhale, turn your feet to parallel, and you're going to skandasana, back and forth, okay? Just 2 cycles, back and forth, reaching to one side, reaching to the other, and then shift to the back end of your mat. This time come into Vira 1, warrior 1 leg. So left foot forward, it's pointing at noon, right toes would be pointing at 2 o'clock, and inhale, rise. Lift your arms up, exhale, open the arms wide. So we just did this with knee down. They're going to do it with legs straight. You can also bring the knee back down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold, either chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. If this is too much, you bring your right knee down. Okay, and repeat what we did the first cycle. If you're enjoying the leg straight version, same action. Head down, hips high. Head down, hips high. Hug that outer left hip in if those legs are straight. And then from here, release. Take your hands down. If you had the knee down, stretch your right leg straight. You're going to step up to like a very relaxed split. Okay, so the idea is to stretch the left hamstring, reach the right leg up a little bit, and then bend the right knee. Relax the head. Second option, reach up with your left hand for your right ankle or knee, and reach your right knee towards the sky. You can do this with a strap. And then from here, release the right foot down, bend your knees, roll up to standing. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Last round, last side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, softly and fold. Step your right foot back. Spin everything to the left. Outer edge of right foot. Reach your left arm down by your side. Lift up and over. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. As you lift, spin back to front. and then spin to the center. So either way, my back's to you to one of these sequences, and roll back and forth, either skandasana, right, shifting, or with legs straight. From here, shift to the other side of your mat where your right foot is. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So now if my right foot's pointing at 12 on the clock, left foot's pointing at 10. Open the arms out to the side, interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, fold, chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside. Again, option to modify it, left knee down. If you're folding with legs straight, same action. Lift the hips, lift that left inner thigh, relax the head down, down, down. And attempt to hug that outer right hip, lengthen it and then hug it in. Lengthen it and hug it in. One more breath. And here we're going to take that kind of relaxed and stretchy split version. So lift your left heel, step up onto your right leg, lift your left leg. Bend your left knee. Stay here or reach back with your right hand for your left ankle. And use that to give yourself not only a stretch through the quads, but hopefully a release in the hip flexor. Think of lengthening your tailbone and using the belly muscles, belly to spine. Release the clasp on the foot if you have it. Lower the left foot down. Bend your knees and roll, 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 roll up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come back. And turn your feet open wider than your hips. Reach your palms up to the sky and just take this stance, which really comes more from Qi Gong. Elbows are soft, palms face up, elbows at waist height, knees are softly bent. Eyes are either focused on a point, like in yoga drishti, or closed inwards. And just notice your energy. Notice if that little bit of movement kind of shifted or strengthened or relaxed, maybe a little bit of everything. Enjoy a deep breath and enjoy exhaling completely, letting that breath go. And another deep breath in and exhale all the breath out. So I'm going to do an action which is in Qi Gong supposed to be believed to be good for the kidneys. It's a water element, so bend your knees. Heels slightly in, toes slightly out. You could also do, I've seen it taught definitely with the feet straight. My knees tend to internally rotate more than they should, so I prefer to turn out slightly. And I believe this is called moving clouds. Okay, so you're going to imagine like a ball of energy. And we did this basically in tiger stance. I taught this a little bit just now in skandasana. And you shift to one side, and then you rotate that cloud. So now the opposite arm is over, and you shift to the other side. Then you rotate that cloud, and you shift back to center, over to one side. The goal is not to go fast. The goal is to attempt to feel energy. And ideally, you're moving slowly. Your eyes are soft, softly focused. And you're just shifting from side to side. Now, from a yogic standpoint, I want you to cultivate moving from the belly and from the core, right? Moving from the hips, not initiating the movement from the arms and the shoulders. They almost go along for the ride. So try that. Notice if you are moving from the shoulders and arms, and see if you can move from the belly and the arms and the shoulders to sway along with you. And then slowly, slowly, release that movement. Slowly come back into center. Heel toe the feet back in a little bit closer. Reset, take one clearing, open the arms out to the sides. Let the palms face down in front. Slowly drift the hands down, down, down in front of the body. And this last one we're going to do is another Qi Gong movement. It's called Tiger. It comes from the 5 Animals Frolic series. So you're going to make a fist like you're drawing energy up. As you reach about shoulder height, your palms open, right? You release the fist and you push, like you're pushing the sky. Okay? As the elbows straighten, then I make a fist at the top, like I'm drawing chi, energy from the sky back down. Now the palms open at shoulder height and I push down towards about the dantian, the belly, the hips, the knee. So again, fist, pull energy up from the earth. You can inhale and exhale as you please, palms open, push energy to the sky. Then make a fist like you're pulling energy from the sky, drawing it down, down, down. Palms open, push down to the earth. And we'll do that one more time. Make a fist, gather, palms open, push energy to the sky. So it's a balancing, right? Make a fist like you're pulling energy from the sky. Open the palm and push it down to the earth. Okay, that's it for now. That's part one of Tiger, the second part. I'll get into that another time. Okay, one balance, please, from standing. Bring your feet together, so back to more of a yogic stance. Chest open, spine open, and then bend your knees softly. Really been into eagle pose this week. Cross your right thigh over your left. Take the second cross if you feel like you can and stay stable, otherwise toes to the ground. Open the arms, cross your left arm over your right. Take that second cross. Inhale, lift up, squeeze the inner thighs a little, squeeze the outer hips a little, and then hollow the navel and the core. Remember that jaw and arm motion we did in the beginning, and fold, if you can't hold, elbows towards knees. And then inhale, lift up. We'll do that one more time. Exhale and fold, elbows towards knees. This time as you inhale, lift up, unwind the legs, unwind the arms, fly away, reach the right foot forward. Exhale and release. Roll it out. Reset. Last side, feet together. Bend your knees slightly. Cross your left thigh over your right. Take that second cross if you wish. Arms out to the side. Cross your right arm above your left. Inhale, lift the elbows, forearms up. Exhale, fold, belly to spine. Use the outer hips and the inner thighs to stabilize the pelvis. Both of them hug in towards each other. As you inhale and rise, just like you're uncoiling. Lose your balance, that's okay. Exhale and fold, fold. From this fold, slowly come back up. Unwind, fly away. Exhale and release. Roll your shoulders up and back. Roll your shoulders back and forward. Come back down to a squat. Lift the spine up tall and sit yourself back down. Okay, Janu Shirshasana variation. So take your right leg out to your side and draw your left heel in. Okay. Draw your right forearm down to the inside and reach your left arm up and over. So I'm mirror imaging you. Press through the right toes. Maybe take the gaze up if that feels good. And take one more breath. And then walk your hands down the center. Walk them down the center, stretch. Attempt to keep your hips rooted. So if the pelvis lifts up and your bum kind of sticks out, you've gone too far. Walk your hands back in. Exhale and fold. Move the head back and forth a few times. Walk yourself back up. Okay, same side. We're going to do 3 variations of this. Lift your left knee up towards the sky. Keep your right leg up to your side. Remember this twist we did earlier? Bring your right elbow forearm to the inside. That's option 1. Option 2 is to reach forward to the inside. I should have said left forearm in, sorry. Reach forward to the inside with that left arm. Internally rotate, take it behind you, and either bind or half bind. Okay, so you could use your right arm behind you, your left arm internally rotated, or you could clasp and reach. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. And one more breath. And exhale. Okay. One more thing on the side. Now you're going to internally rotate your left knee and take your foot behind you. So I'm not flexing my back heel, I'm pointing it a little bit. Okay. This one gets fun. Option 1, repeat what we did when we had the heel to the pubic bone. So your right arm would come down, your left arm up and over. If you want to explore option 2, you're going to walk that right arm through the body. And then watch, I reach it underneath my left thigh and I grab a hold of my left ankle. So I'm going to lift up so you can see what I'm doing. I walk it through, I reach under and I grab a hold of my back ankle. Okay? And then I sit back down. So now I'm wedged. My forearm is wedged My left thigh is keeping my right forearm down. And then I reach my left arm up and over. This is if you got experience in this pose, but the nice thing is it gives you a totally different stretch. What you can do then is you can use this back thigh and push it away from you and lengthen out the stretch. And take a deep full breath and just breathe 3 deep breaths. So whether you're here or whether your forearm is to the inside and your arm is up and over, or maybe you've got a variation. Maybe you didn't have the hand under the thigh, but you got the hand to the top of the thigh, and you're able to push that thigh down and reach your top arm up. And then slowly unwind. Take your back leg, open it so you're in a V, a straddle. Reach your arms up tall. Just grow taller. We're not going to fold. Just grow taller. Engage the core. Grow taller. Grow taller, taller, taller. Okay, and release. All right, second side. So now your right heel comes to the inside. The side's going to look different because I'm mirror imaging, so my left knee is not going to do what my right knee did, but you can see how I modify. Take your left forearm to the inside, and we started off with arm up and over. And breathe. So what I do, and if you have knee sensitivity or have knee problems, you never force the knee down, right? If it wants to lift, that's fine. Don't force it down. Take one more breath. Come back up. Oh, sorry, we walk forward to the inside. Walk forward to the inside for a breath stretch. And then walk your hands back up. Now bend your right knee up, right foot forward. So first option was elbow, forearm to the inside, right? And you're twisting over your left leg. Second option was to reach, kind of snuggle that shoulder, internally rotate, and either take a half bind where I bend my elbow and I maybe grab a hold of my pant leg, or I reach back with the other hand and I bind. Still looking over that left thigh. Deep breath. And if you're binding, attempt to grow tall in the spine. Exhale completely. And one more breath. Exhale. And then from here, last option, you're going to internally rotate your right knee. Option 1, left forearm to the inside, reach that right arm up and over. You might go down a little deeper because we worked internal, external rotation in that hip. Option 2 is to repeat that funky variation, which I got from my teacher Sheila years ago. Left hand snuggles underneath that right thigh, grab a hold of the right ankle, and you completely got yourself basically bound underneath your own thigh, and reach your right arm up and over. If you want to approach that, but you're not quite there yet, take your left hand to the top of that right thigh and push the thigh slightly away from you to get that same degree of opening in the hip. Deep breath. Grow longer. If you can, snuggle your shoulder towards the inner knee, do so. And release. Okay. Open that back leg up. Come back into a softer V now. So walk your heels in towards each other. Reach your arms up tall. Grow longer. Use the belly muscle stretch. Grow longer. One more breath. And release. Okay. Last 10 minutes are going to be meditation or straight to Shavasana. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through a meditation. You can stay seated if you prefer. You can lay down and enjoy the meditation in Shavasana. If you are done and you're watching this, have a beautiful day. But stick around, and if you can, we'll do a little bit of body awareness meditation. Okay. So find your comfortable seat. If you're laying down and you need to take a final twist, you can do so. If you're seated, I'd like you to focus on growing really, really tall. And I would, if you're seated, since we're going to be here for a while, bring something underneath your seat, such as a blanket or a pillow. And as you grow tall, for those of you that are seated, let the pelvis feel relaxed and heavy. Those of you that are laying down, allow the legs to soften, kind of swish them left and right a few times, just micro movements. Until they relax, they'll open out to the sides naturally. If you're laying down, you need to soften the shoulders. You can lean to one side, kind of draw the opposite shoulder just underneath you so it's on the spine, and then switch, lean to that side, draw the other opposite shoulder. And then everyone relax the head. So move the head slightly to your right, just a little bit. And then back to center, whether you're laying down or seated, and slightly to your right. The meditation we're going to do today is has to do with the metaphor of cleaning your house. It's not going to be like cleaning a real house. It's cleaning the inner house. So begin by noticing your physical body. Notice the parts of you that are in connection, that are actually physically touching something else. Bring your awareness to those parts. Acknowledge them. And then one by one, let them go. And bring your awareness now to the breath that is moving through you subconsciously. Whether the breath is barely perceptible or whether it's really in a still of a conscious manner, notice the breath. And as you exhale, let any conscious control of the breath, let it go. Instead of breath now, notice your energy. Whether you think of this as your higher self or your consciousness, or maybe from a more of a scientific standpoint, your electromagnetic field that you generate. You know, the heart generates an electromagnetic field greater than the brain, right? You can focus on that. But focus on the part of you that's not seen by the physical eye, that's not necessarily even explained. So much, most of us at least, unless you get into these deeper esoteric principles of consciousness and energy and thought. Imagine that this part of you, I'm going to call this the energetic you. We use whatever words connect to a sense of meaning. Imagine the energetic you is standing somewhere out in nature. I want you to pick a place that feels relaxing and comfortable. It could be someplace you've actually visited in real life, or it could be someplace entirely in your imagination, or someplace you've always wanted to visit. And if there are other people in this image, either switch images or allow those other people to walk away so that you're the only one. This is important. And then notice if it's a really warm day or maybe slightly cooler. Adjust the weather so that you feel comfortable. For most of us, a little bit of sun shining, maybe a soft breeze is a nice level. And imagine now that you see a path in front of you. Maybe you never even noticed this path before, and you're going to start to walk down that path. And the path may take you through a field or near a stream or a creek or up and down a mountain. This is your path. Follow it until you see a lovely home in the distance, and you start to approach this home. And you might notice that the exterior of the home looks really lovely, or you might notice that, wow, it needs some work, right? You might also notice maybe this home has an outer garden. Maybe the garden is thriving and in the fullness of life. Or maybe the garden has been neglected. Whatever you notice today, we're going to walk inside the house. Okay, we can attend to the garden and the exterior later if they need our attention. As you walk inside the house, I'd like you to find your room. Okay, this house has a room that is definitely your space. And find it. Take no notice of anything else in that house. Let yourself be drawn towards your room. And as you go towards the door and you open the door, you're going to feel a sense of comfort. This is your space. There ought to be some windows in this room. There ought to be some natural light, maybe even a skylight. The room could be more like an office. It could be more of a studio, elegant and modern, sparsely furniture and sparse furnishings, I should say. Your room, your space. What makes you feel comfortable? If it's stuffy, I want you to open the window slightly, let a little breeze in. And I'd like you to find a place to sit down and look around the room. And just notice things that are out of place, and you're going to start to reorder them. And the process is going to be fairly quick. You're just going to walk over towards the area. Maybe there's a pile of books. Maybe there's a pile of things that are out of order. Put them away. And as you start to notice things that don't belong anymore, notice that there is a bag and that there's a little trash can there, maybe a large trash can. You can start to put things in that bag, things that no longer serve you. Maybe things you forgot you even were holding on to. Put them away. And start to make your way around the room and notice especially the corners, right? If there's a corner with a bunch of dust, get out the duster, dust it off. And as you slowly make your way around the room, straightening up, releasing items that no longer serve you, clearing out spaces when there have been cobwebs or dust, the room becomes brighter and becomes more and more a reflection of your potential. Unbounded, right? Unhindered. Almost like that potential of a child with a dream. A child has no idea how she's going to achieve that dream, but she has a dream. Create this dreamlike state in your room where everything's bright and alive. Everything has a meaning. Everything is in its place. And as you complete this process of clearing out your room, now if you did push items in that trash bin, seal up the trash bag. And if you opened up the window, go ahead and close it. You'll come back to this room another time. But for now, you're going to exit the room, take the trash, take it with you. Take it with you as you walk out of the house, find a dumpster, throw out the trash. Look back at the exterior of the house. Notice if it looks the same as it did when you first saw it or something shifted. Just notice. And then this is really important in these meditations. Choose the same path that you chose to get there to walk back to where you first began. That place in nature. Then gently saunter down the path, slowly, or skipping if you feel like it, until you come back to where you started. And as you come back to where you started, notice your surroundings once again. Start to recognize that this is a journey that the energetic self took, metaphorical journey, and bring that energy of the physical body back in first through the breath. So expand your inhales, soften your exhales. If you're on your back, you can stretch, reach, grow longer, roll over to your side. If you're on your side, you can kind of do a little twist, a gentle twist from side to side, or walk your fingertips forward, whatever feels appropriate to you. And then as you come back up to seated, let your spine feel tall. Bring your palms together, softly open your eyes. So that cleaning house meditation is great for when we feel stuck. And it's great also for when we feel like other people have dumped stuff into our space. And right now, I'm filming this during week 5 of a safer at home, / quarantine. It's a very unusual time. And I just want to encourage anyone who's watching this and those of you participating today to metaphorically clean out your space. Make sure that it's yours. Make sure you're not carrying other people's stuff. Because in order to become the brightest expression of who we are, it's so important that we hold on to who we are, right? That room, that metaphorical room is ours. All right. Gentle breath in and namaste. Thanks for flying with me today. Thanks for showing up and moving and breathing. And yay, happy Friday, or whatever day this is if you're watching.